Delta Force doesn't fight fair. They make sure the enemy never gets the chance to fight back. Every mission starts with a problem. Not a weapon, not a plan, a problem. Assault rifles and carbines. When Delta Force needs to take control before the enemy even realizes a fight has started, speed and reliability matter more than brute force. Urban streets, tight hallways, no second chances. This is where assault rifles solve the problem first. SIG MCX Spear LT. When the mission changes mid-fight, this rifle changes with it. Lightweight, modular, and optimized for suppressed fire, it turns chaos into control. HK416D. When failure isn't an option, Delta Force trusts absolute reliability. The piston system keeps it running clean when everything else starts choking. SIG MCX Spear 7.62. When enemies hide behind cover normal rifles can't defeat, this rifle rewrites the rules. Hard-hitting power with controllable recoil across serious distances. Colt M4A1 SOP MOD Block 2A. Proven workhorse shaped by decades of combat. Modular upgrades turned a classic rifle into a special operations standard. SIG MCX Rattler. When space disappears but firepower can't, this is the answer. Backpack-sized, suppressed, and lethal where full rifles don't belong. Precision and sniper rifles. Sometimes the problem isn't close, it's far. One mistake here exposes the entire team. This is where precision rifles turn decisions into certainty. Barrett Mark 22 ASR. When one rifle must handle every long-range problem, adaptability becomes the weapon. Swap calibers, swap missions. Precision stays the same. Knight's Armament SR25. Semi-auto speed with near bolt action accuracy. It allows rapid follow-up shots without breaking focus. M110A2 SAS. Refined ergonomics for modern battlefields. Built to dominate mid to long-range fights with control and consistency. HK417. When extra stopping power is needed without retraining muscle memory, this rifle answers. A heavier punch in a familiar layout. HKG28. Designed for sustained precision, not quick snapshots. This rifle exists to hit distant targets again and again. Barrett M107A1. When vehicles and hard cover become the threat, this rifle ends the discussion. Lighter, faster, and devastatingly effective. Macmillan TAC-50. World record shots didn't come from luck. They came from precision at extreme distances where few rifles can operate. Mark 13 Mod 7.300 Win Mag. A specialist's tool for long-range certainty. Reliable, rugged, and brutally accurate. Submachine guns. Sometimes the battlefield gets smaller. Cars, aircraft, crowded rooms. When full-size rifles become a liability, Delta Force compresses the firepower. SIG MCX Rattler. Submachine gun size with rifle-level performance. Built for tight spaces where speed matters more than range. HK-MP7A1. Small, controllable, and designed to defeat body armor. Perfect for close protection and high-risk CQB. APC-9K. Swiss precision in a compact package. Chosen for reliability and smooth operation in confined environments. HK-MP5A5. A classic that earned its reputation quietly. Soft recoil and controllability made it a CQB legend. HK-MP5SD. Integrated suppression defines this weapon. When silence matters more than speed, this is the solution. Machine guns. Sometimes the problem isn't accuracy, it's pressure. Pinned down and outnumbered, Delta Force changes the fight with sustained fire. One operator, One weapon, squad-level dominance. Knight's Armament, LAMG. Lightweight and deceptively powerful. Delivers sustained fire without slowing the assault team. FN Mark 48 Mod 27.62. Authority in a man-portable platform. Designed to dominate firefights without needing a full gun crew. M240L. Titanium components reduce weight, but not reliability. Built for extended fire when everything else overheats. Browning M2HB. Over a century of service proves its value. Few weapons command respect like a .50 caliber machine gun. M134D Minigun. Electrically driven devastation. When this weapon spins up, the fight usually ends quickly. Launchers and anti-armor. Some problems don't care about bullets. Vehicles, bunkers, hardened positions. When steel blocks the mission, Delta Force brings explosive solutions. M320. Versatile and adaptable to the mission. Delivers explosive firepower exactly where it's needed. M32 MGL. 6 rounds in seconds. Designed to break ambushes and overwhelm fortified positions. Carl Gustav, M3. Reusable, flexible, and brutally effective. One launcher, many solutions. M72A7, Law. Lightweight and disposable, but deadly against armor. Easy to carry, easy to deploy. FGM-148, Javelin. Fire and forget precision. Top attack lethality that turns modern tanks into scrap. Robotics and drones. Not every problem should be solved by a human body. Corners hide traps. Rooms hide death. So Delta Force sends machines first. Black Hornet Nanodrone. Palm-sized eyes that scout without being seen. Silent intelligence that saves lives. Throwbot 2. Thrown into danger so operators don't have to be. Delivers critical intel before entry. Ghost XISR Drone. Long endurance surveillance from above. Keeps watch when humans can't. FPV drones. Fast, agile, and adaptable. Modern warfare's most flexible reconnaissance tools. Shotguns and breaching. Sometimes the mission stops at a door. Locked, reinforced, time running out. Delta Force doesn't wait. They breach. Benelli M4. Semi-auto speed with legendary reliability. Built for breaching and close defense under pressure. Remington 870 MCS1 shotgun. Multiple configurations. Mission flexibility through simplicity. Serbu Super Shorty. Built for one job, opening doors. Compact, brutal, effective. Handguns. Sometimes the rifle is empty. Sometimes there's no space to raise it. When everything else fails, the sidearm remains. Glock 19 Gen 5. Simple, reliable, everywhere. The pistol operators trust when nothing else works. Staccato P/XC. Speed and accuracy under recoil control. Built for moments when follow-up shots decide survival. SIG P320 M17/M18. Modular design for mission flexibility. Reliable, maintainable, and combat proven. Glock 43X/Glock 48 Slim. Discreet and easy to conceal. Chosen when blending in matters as much as firepower. Edged weapons. And sometimes, silence is the solution. No noise, no warning, no second chance. This is where blades end the problem quietly. Winkler Belt Knife. Hand-forged and brutally practical. A survival and combat tool trusted by professionals. Winkler Tomahawk. Breaching, fighting, utility. One tool, many answers. Spartan Blades Dagger. Classic form with modern materials. Elegant, precise, and lethal. Benchmade Infidel. Instant deployment at the press of a button. Speed matters when silence doesn't allow hesitation. Delta Force doesn't choose weapons. They choose solutions. Every tool exists for a moment where hesitation means death. And when that moment comes, they're ready.